What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy, Comics on the Edge, and welcome back to the Low Grades. Hey everyone, welcome back. Jay, you done dancing over there?
Yeah, I'm never done, bro. I just come on. I never done.
All right. Anyways,
What
we
up,
got
everybody.
we got a great show for you guys today. We're really happy to have you guys on here.
Low expectations as always. I don't know if I'd say great, but we have great guests. You know, better than us three. Tell you that.
Man, hey, bro, speaking of, I found your friend hanging out backstage. There you go.
Oh, what up, Charles?
With a strokey giraffe.
Yeah, y'all know my boy Comics on the Edge, Cream Pie Special.
What's good?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody comes and they're ready to party with the low grades, but I don't think they're ready to party.
Rock that bass, rock that bass, bass.
If y'all don't come to a low grade party like that, then get the fuck out, man.
I saw that today too, and he like totally pushed his bro out of the way too. He's like, nah, man, check this shit out right here. And I was like, what kind of Game Genie cheat code is homie using? Because that shit was wild.
It's a weird ass mating dance.
Yeah,
he's like, any ladies with a cream pies is what you gotta look forward to, man.
Yeah, I heard we had a couple homies that were hanging and banging with us today. They said they want to get it in low grade style.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Should we introduce our...
Go for it, man. You want to do the intros?
Yes, sir.
Why the fuck not, guys? Hey, everybody knows them. They're the world famous, most infamous, the top of the line, dopest of the dope. You see them on Tuesdays and Thursdays with the fucking Cover Price weekly shaker list, the weekly list. You see him on Sundays with the homie Mikey Sutton. Yo, let's give a round of applause all over the world to my homies, your homies, everybody's homies, the motherfucking lords of the long box. We got my Tivo in the building. Tivo, say what's up.
Yo, I was jamming that Magic Mike there for a second. You know what I noticed? I saw that same video. And the dude was wearing like ballet slippers when he was dancing. Did you notice that shit?
He was prepared, dude. He was prepared.
Yeah, it was like he just went buck wild with it, man.
He's like, I got to get the best out of these dance moves that I can, so I got to change my shoes.
Yeah, for you cats don't know, man, that's straight up Miami bass right there. Magic Mike, man. Shout out to the low grades. What's up, y'all?
Hey, how's it going, Tivo?
Glad to have you, man. Tivo comes through, he brings a crew with him. Now, y'all might know my guy Nemesis Prime from the Comic-Con podcast, but show him some low-grade love tonight.
Yo, what's going on,
up, Nemesis?
Hey, brother.
Did the Lords win the comic book awards for best speculation group? Were we nominated?
Where did you even nominate it though? I don't know, man.
I wrote our names on a wall, but it was a write-in.
It was
the bathroom wall, right?
Yeah, man, we tagged that shit up crowd.
Maybe next year though, like for real. You guys should don't lose hope. You know,
Tivo, you should definitely continue your show after that. You don't give up.
I know, right? I couldn't sleep that night. I was like, damn.
Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I used to tell Robert all the time he had the baddest beard in the game, but I think he's gonna get upstaged tonight by the one and only motherfucking Dark Side Jedi.
Cannonball! What's up, everybody? Yeah, I was about to say we're gonna have to have the Comic-Con beard contest here, man. There's a good looking one over there, though.
It's not fair though, because you're wearing a black sweater, so you don't.
There you go.
Okay.
The gang's all here.
I like. You know what? Your color pattern's better than mine, though.
Yeah, it looks more like Jerry Garcia than you do.
I gotta put
it does, yeah.
Yo, but man, hey, we're the long box crew, man. Appreciate y'all for coming to kick it with,
Thank you.
With the low grades, man.
Hell yeah.
It's a pleasure. Yo, Robert.
Yo.
The chat's popping. Run us down in the chat, man. Who's hanging in
Dude,
bed?
our chat is stacked and packed. I mean, we got 21 right now, so for us, that's
At the
fucking
most,
huge.
it's a high.
Packed and packed. That sounds like my cannabis sack, dude. I mean, it stays.
Man, now.
So let's get started with the comments that haven't gotten deleted yet. What's up, something Wang? Welcome back. We got Glenn in the house. Our boy
fuck,
Sith Lordly.
I gotta
What's
do
up,
that
bro?
giveaway. I gotta do the Spine Chicks giveaway. Shit.
Oh, that's right. You're giving a book away. Oh,
Hey, keep going. Don't let me interrupt you. I got my hat with my names in it, old school style.
We got Phil over here with Comics Talk Weekly. What's up, Phil? Glad to see you,
What
bro.
up, Phil?
You weren't the first one, but you're definitely not the last one. What's
I
up,
bet you're
lady
glad to
Sith
see
Lordly?
Ross again. Is he the one who called you Ross?
We don't talk about that. That was he spazzed out. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but we're still friends, guys.
What up, Dave?
What's up, Dave Collects?
Yeah.
SSG. Thanks for joining us. We got Free Energy in the house.
Hey, you're in this. I know Free Energy's in this.
We got. I don't know who these guys are. Let's just continue.
That's crazy.
Right there.
Yeah.
How are they in two places at once?
They're kind of big, but
What a weirdo.
Well, they didn't get an award, so I don't know how big you can be.
What's up, Wesley? Good to see you again, man. We have Wesley on.
My
go
mom
ahead.
says I'm okay, so that's all that counts.
Well, thanks for letting us be on the show. Let's get the fuck out of here now.
Wesley. What's up, Wes?
So Wesley, thanks for
Get
joining
that
us. We
book
got
out
Mr.
to
J
you.
in the house. West Chapter.
West
Comic Book Fiend
Chapter,
Club.
Comic Fiend Club.
We got Lon
Hell yeah.
Espinoza. Thanks for joining us, man. Daniel Yabara. Thanks. We're seeing some new names here. What do you guys think?
I wonder why. I wonder who brought them in.
Oh,
Gotta share the love, man. I gotta tell the people to come on the
Hell
low
yeah.
rates and support
Thank
the
you.
homies, you know?
Bricks Iron Geek. Thanks for joining us, man. Astro Wizard. Let's see.
What's
We
up,
got.
Astro?
Let's see.
God, you're so slow with this.
So many. We got Newbie Comics in the house.
What up, newbie? Damn. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
So many people. It's. We
I'm
got
just-
Sheena. Hey, what's up, Sheena? Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you
Hey,
back.
Sheena.
I know she missed us last week.
Sheena,
We're
I
happy
was
to have you
fucking
back.
putting names in this hat and you didn't enter it. I was about to add you just for the fuck of it. It's weird not having you in here with
Wow.
6 other people.
We got JLS Comics.
what up,
Thanks for
JLS?
joining us.
Yeah,
Jesse.
Yeah. Raging Cajun Comics. Here we
Thanks
go,
for
right
sharing,
there.
Raging Cajun.
And last one, but not least, Copy 108. 801.
Copy. My brother.
Copy L1. What
Thanks
up?
for joining us.
Back to the homie copy, man. Welcome to the Lords of the Long Box. I mean, to the low
Take
grade.
over.
There we go.
Lords
It's like
of the
the
Low
NWO takeover, baby.
Lords of the Low Grades. I like
Invasion.
that.
Yeah.
There you go. Lords of Low Grades, man. I like that.
Can we get this out of the way just so I don't fucking forget it at the end? All right, Spine Takes
What's up,
1000
Actual
giveaway.
Dracula? Thanks for joining us, man.
What up,
We got
Adrian?
the
I said
Comic Goon.
I'd give
What's
it.
up,
Oh
Juan?
shit,
Thanks for joining
Juan. What
us,
up,
dude.
Juan? All right, who wins this book with tape all over it? All right, blah, blah, blah. Fuck yeah, it's gonna take me a minute. These little balls and shit.
You
Don't worry,
have
I'm gonna
what?
send you.
I like how Ross keeps it old school with the hat and the paper.
Oh, that's
and
the
the
Hey,
pencil.
on
my brother-
Jay,
Hey.
you remember that, right? You remember the old school IG
Yeah.
raffles where it was just a name in a hat? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I
yeah, man.
I never won
homie,
those raffles. They were so fucking rigged.
Hey, our
It's like
homie who
this
has
one.
COVID-19, him and his wife, he just wanted fuzzy. So I hope you get better soon. I don't like that I have to send this out of country, but I like you enough to do it.
So what do you win?
Congrats. He won an X-Men 22.
What?
So
Nice.
Nice.
it's got, there's like a piece of tape all over it, and you know me.
Oh, okay.
deep.
Let's break it down now. You know,
What do you mean?
let's tell people
It's a
how shitty
fucking
that
low
copy
grade.
is.
It's a fucking low grade.
I know, so they should know what to expect.
I mean, Lee, lucky I didn't cream pie in it, man.
I just want
There's
to
still time.
apologize to the Lords of the Long Box for my friends. I'm sorry. These guys are very low grade, and they're doing their best running the show. I just want to apologize.
You literally
Bro.
fucked grapefruit. You literally
You know,
had
hey.
sex with grapefruit.
Our early days were pretty bad, man.
I miss those days, really. I mean,
When we were Lords of the Round Table, my man from Comic Book Fanatics was on there, and we did an anniversary show. And he got so drunk that it was one of those like Spine Ticks had to do. I had to take the video down the next day because
Isn't that like a weekly thing on Sith's show? Shit.
Exactly.
Hey, what's up, Arrow?
Arrow Maestro.
I got a shot of Demerol on our show. So
That's right.
there you go. That's how
the
we used to roll
only
back
show
in the
we had a
day.
panelist who was actually sitting in the hospital bed doing a live show, and his nurse interrupted the show to say, "Yo, we got to give you your shot."
And I nodded
Do you have
out.
to turn around for it? Like, did they?
Oh no,
she
no,
get
they
on your
right
ass?
in the arm. Right in the
Oh,
arm.
okay.
And after
I
that,
threw my
he doesn't
back
remember-
out
He doesn't remember
Oh.
a damn thing after
and
that.
brought my laptop to the hospital, and I was like, "Hell, let's do it."
Dedication
That's
right
commitment.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Dedication.
For real.
But
That's what
unfortunately,
it's about.
it's gone in the end.
What's up, Bat Mite? Thanks for
YouTube.
joining us.
What up, Bat?
That's
So
awesome.
I
remember
want
when
What'd you remember?
I remember when I first got on Instagram, which was only like a year ago. I saw like Lords of the Long Box was like a hashtag, and I fucking don't know jack shit about hashtag technology. Still to this day, I was like, oh, it's a cool hashtag, bro. I'm gonna fucking use it. So I used it, and I think it took me like a couple months to realize what the fuck I was using. I was like, oh, this isn't a thing. This is like a show.
Hey, all the
And I had
lords
no
get to
idea
use
who
Lords of
anybody
Long
was.
Box.
And then I start meeting J2 and coming.
It's the
across
people
it.
that use the IG lords that make me laugh. That don't know what it means.
I don't know.
Josh, that's part of the origin of the IG comic lords, and
Yeah.
Josh is part of that.
Yep.
I don't know if you want me to put your stuff on the streets and tell the story, but I meant
Let's do it.
was so
You're out the line,
It's
baby.
Friday night, baby. Come on.
yeah.
let's
So
do
me and
this.
Josh, we go way back, like
Not monetized.
way back when, right? So, and back then the community was pretty small. So, they used to we used to all tag IG comic community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the bigger guys, his brother was talking shit on like a 17-year-old. So, me, Swoverine, Darkside Jedi, Josh, we all, told this dude, kick rocks. And then he had said something like, and then he took it personally to Josh. And then I literally said, I sent him, I said, hey man, I'll fly out to NYCC and I'll fucking fight you right there in the streets if this is what you wanted to happen.
If I'm
I ain't
not
gonna put the name out there because he's no longer part of Instagram
Alive?
anymore. Yeah, he's buried. But Jay, you remember that, right?
If I'm not mistaken, I think you told him you would fly out, because I remember a lot of shit from back in the day. You said you would fly out to NYCC and break his fucking teeth, if those were the exact.
It's either break his teeth or choke him out. One of the two.
Either way,
Joker
you should've done
M21 is
both.
still alive.
They're
I don't
both
know.
efficient
teeth.
moves.
You look like a
Yeah.
broken tooth person, to be honest.
You think so? I don't even know what that means. It sounds
out.
good.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where and that's when I decided. I was like, you know what? For this being a community, there sure is a lot of shit talking. So at that point, I stopped using that tag, and I said, you know what? If I told all the homies, I said, just tag IG Comic Lords,
Yep.
and now it has like 40,000 tags on it, and
That's wild.
and like some people don't even know what it is, and they
Right.
just but I appreciate
I mean, it's
it.
a cool
but,
tag, of course, but the history behind it, there's definitely something.
the history
means
behind
something,
it
you know what I
because the community wasn't really, what I'm saying, people were were doing dirty.
kind of like
Trust me,
in
they were
8 Mile
haters.
when he's kind of like in
It's like
8
to
Mile
know
when he
about
said,
it,
"Fuck
you would
the
have
free
to
world."
know the inside of it, right?
Yeah,
They-
I mean,
I mean, long story short, it was fuck comic community, really, because it was bullshit. They were,
Mhm.
it was not community. It was backstabbing. It was talking shit. It was everything that the antithesis, so
A
to
lot
say.
of fucking haters.
So
Do you
IG
feel
Comic
like
Lords
the-
and
Do you kind of feel that that's kind of happening right now? Like, because I'm all new to this, but like, do you feel that's a bad thing with all like the whole drama that just all happened and unfolded with the fucking awards? Are you kind of above it and don't hear it all, or do you still see the bullshit?
It's
see it.
it's
constantly.
cyclical. It happens every year or two. So here I'll take you guys way back, and maybe I think Darkside Jade I remember, maybe Josh remember on YouTube the Mylar versus Poly Bag
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god.
My man Don the comic book junkie went at this one dude, and it was a YouTube thing, and he was just going off on this guy. WLC, whatever his name is, and that guy got pretty much excommunicated from the YouTube comic community. because he had done a video basically saying that, you know, hey, poly is just as good as Mylar. You can keep it in poly, and you know, and it was funny because he was doing videos sitting on his toilet talking shit. You know, Don the comic book junkie was doing all this crazy stuff. So it goes all the way back. I mean, you know, even on YouTube, on Instagram, and it's just like you try to stay above it. You know, sometimes it's like The Godfather, right? You know, that I get up, but they keep pulling me back in. Or in my case, they take you off the streets. They can't take the streets out of you. But eventually you get mature, and I think a lot of times it's just fire needs oxygen, just like a troll needs oxygen. You're
just too damn old for that shit. You know what I mean? Let's take it. It's just, I mean, it. I can't tell you how many times I've gone in and said to Tim, I want to say something. He's like, no, just take the high road. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. But I mean, I don't know. It gets to me sometimes. I got to admit it. But whatever.
Yeah,
it's all fun. But at the end of the day, we're talking about comics.
We're
talking about cartoons. Right? But damn,
but you know what? The funny, I learned long ago in IT, right? It's like think before clicking that send button. Like you ever been at work? Like, God damn it, I'm gonna reply to this motherfucker, and then think about you before you click that send button because it's out there in the ether forever. You know what I mean? And so,
cooler.
And a lot of times, I think the people that come out and hate on you, if you ignore them, it pisses them off even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes the shit's not even worth the response.
Well, because 9 times out of 10, they're just trying to get a response.
Rise out of you.
It's that one person who lives in his basement. Shout out to 3 Men in a Basement. What's going on?
That's a good basement, though. That's a good.
That's a good basement. That's a good basement. But no, it's people that just they everything is. You ever see that South Park episode where everything was shit? That's the life they lead, and they just want people to be in that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, fuck them.
I think it should be like the what was it? What was that silent Bob and Jay movie where they went to each troll's house and hit him up? That's what I feel like doing sometimes. Like, man, I wish I could see this person. Because that's the thing about the internet. You can't reach across and slap them, and but so they can just type up whatever they want. So it's just like sometimes you just gotta like, all right, just
trolls will troll. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
there's
what's
there's
up,
no
Nicole?
repercussions.
Thanks for joining us.
You know what? The weird thing to me is there's no repercussions, but they have to live with the fact that they do put that out in the ether. And I don't understand that. Like, how can you make yourself look so fucking ridiculous by sending some of that petty shit or fighting over some of the shit, and they can live with it. Like, that's who they are.
I don't forget. I got a list. So when I see them in person.
But those same people would never say that to your face.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah, they're two-faced. Yeah, they're two-faced.
Yo, Tivo, how long are they on the list until they drop off, though?
Until I die.
Yeah, this guy holds grudges and shit.
And then he's gonna pass it on to his kids.
Call me Arya Stark, goddammit. I got a list.
Tim puts on lipstick and has names like
Buffalo Bob, Buffalo Bill. Yeah, that's right. I do my dance with my dick tucked in and shit. How you know that, Ryan? Oh yeah, that's right.
I got cameras in your place
about that. We were dropping some tabs, doing that shit. Yeah, that's right.
That's how we roll over at the Lords.
Speaking of community, I want to talk about, I guess briefly, before we start showing off cool shit and having fun, the awards show. I think
the Emmys was crazy, right? God damn. I'm just
all sitting there.
Some people didn't buy a nice dress for those awards either, I gotta say.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people asked me about it, and I was like, you know what, I didn't know about it, so I don't speak about it.
We got comment for it.
Yeah. So actually, the Butcher's the one that brought it to my attention. He was like, "Yo, this thing is some stupid ass shit," and I was just like, "What? What is this? I never even heard of this guy." No, I'm not besmirching him. I don't know him. I don't know if he's got an ankle bracelet on, and that's why I can't leave his house or whatever. But hey, here's the thing that I had a problem with the awards thing is and for you old school YouTube heads, remember this: the Comic Atheist, I think that's his name, used to do a YouTube Comic Awards show. I think the last one was like 2017, 2018, and he did it like old school where you left a comment, and the comment was the channel, and that's who you voted for, right? As opposed to a website that had already picked nominees that you could select from. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a Lifetime Achievement Award and ETA Nick isn't on there, then you just don't watch YouTube, because ETA Nick has been doing it before I've been doing it, which is 2014. There's a lot of, whoever got these Lifetime Achievement Awards, apparently they've only lived 3 years, because that's how long they've been doing this for. You know what I mean? Like the Great Legend, Howler Mouse, some of these other cats have been doing on YouTube for like since 2010, 2011. The homies from the NYC Warriors weren't on there, and they've been around just as long as I have. Big Easy started his channel, I think, a month or two after mine. Before that, we were all part of Comic Book Fanatics. Remember that in the old Google Hangout days with my man Marty and Ray. And it's kind of gone through there. That's why it's fine. Here's the thing: if nobody, you should be part of the community if you're going to do an award show. From all I know, I've never seen this dude comment on anybody's videos or be in anybody's live chat. Right? Have you guys?
No.
So if you're part of the community, I was telling Josh offline. I was like, how do we all start? Right? We all start by watching videos, and we all leave a comment. And then we go, you know what? Fuck it, I can do this. We start doing comic book hauls, and maybe you start getting a live show, and then you just kind of grow from there organically. So if people like Copy 801, I know his name. He's always in the live chat. Glenn, Astro Wizard, Uncanny Swag, all these cats, and then Newbie Comics, and now they do their own videos. It's kind of like a thing, It's like, because at first I think it's a bit of can I do this? Is anybody gonna watch?
Well,
everybody has those things,
There's only a select few that can work off not having a template. Like for me, it was actually watching like Omega Shinryu Ken and Mercenary, Lightning 2288,
Jay and Guy
your videos actually.
Yeah.
My first haul video was a Joker haul.
Hell yeah.
On my kitchen table with overhead light, sun shining through the sliding glass door, glare galore. Oh man, a mic that I don't even know how you could understand what I was saying, but I did it. You know what I mean? And here we are today.
And back then, you could actually tag people on YouTube videos and they would see it, because the YouTube community, comic book community, was relatively small. Most like me, Josh, we got Darkside Jedi. Most of us got our start on Instagram, which I started in 2012, right? And it was easy. Take a picture of a comic, slap it up. Hell, back in 2012, we didn't even know what a hashtag was. We were just putting up a picture. No hashtags, nothing. We'd be happy if we got 20 likes on the picture.
Have you gone back and seen what your first book post was?
I think it was a Scotty Young variant from like 2013. I think
my first 10 posts don't have any tags. I didn't know what it was. Like Tim,
exactly.
I was just posting stuff, and I'm hoping I can find people that know me or like the same thing I do, because you would go through the search menu.
I remember my very first post was 2 copies of X-Force 2, and that was when fucking Instagram could only record like 10-second video.
Yes, it was like a Vine. Remember Vine? Rest in peace, Vine. Goddamn.
I had Bone Thugs and Harmony playing in the background. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go hard on this bitch.
But you know what? It was such a small, like Storm Shadow, True Dan. Remember Infinity Gauntlets? Remember him? Marti Guido, Robots the Destroyer. These cats been on Instagram forever.
Shit, that was back when Jay Wynn won. John was still collecting comic books.
He started on YouTube, and then Lightning 2288, Omega Shinryu, Jay Guy 1, they all started on YouTube. And then when I started on YouTube, I said, yo, I just came from the Instagram community. We got a pretty big thing coming over there. Then they went over to the Instagram community. They just said, fuck YouTube. It's so much easier to do an Instagram for just showing because hopefully when you guys are doing comic haul videos, you guys are taking time to like set up and show things. I remember back in the day, there used to be this dude who sat in the dark showing comics on YouTube. And it was just like, yo, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing, man? But it's just the evolution thing. Now it's TikTok, right? But Instagram now is bigger than it's ever been for comic book collectors.
Oh yeah,
as well as YouTube.
I see new people every day.
How many live shows used to be when there used to be Google Hangouts? There would be like
5.
Yeah, and back then, this goes to the whole thing of I would say
So
professional
CVS.
courtesy. Yeah, I want to say professional courtesy since we all do this for a hobby, but all the channels would be like, "Hey, man, what day are you going live? I don't want to step on your toes."
Oh,
So
yeah,
because
yeah.
we didn't, because we understood the community was small enough, we didn't want to cannibalize it, right? So two shows going on at the same time was unheard of back then. So if I was like Big Easy, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go on this show. What day is your show?" I said, "I'm good on this show," and it was like a professional courtesy that we would do, and you know. And and I was talking to Jay about this. Nowadays, it's like people just don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, because they lack the big homies in their life. The people that I'm not saying
Well,
that
I
we
just
are the
think there's
ones you
so
should.
many. I mean, you really couldn't do that anymore. Really, it's
Well, I
almost
guess
like
not. Huh? Yeah.
a
No,
network
definitely not.
television where you've got the different. Everybody. There's people that put out 2-3 shows a day. 5 shows a week. I mean, we're doing 2, 3.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of content. And
that's the
in a
thing.
very
Even
short
when I
time,
first jumped on
which is
Lords,
very
we would
cool.
always bitch at like, oh, yeah, like you said, like people would be like, oh, so and so is going live at 9. That's our time slot on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Well, because
You
we
know,
were
used
used
do
to that.
Wednesdays.
We were used to that time.
Yeah,
slot,
that's what it always was. And then you switch around those times, and then it's like, well, you're taking away people from us that normally we would give to you. It's common courtesy.
Right.
Well, now it's the thing is like I would talk to like the guys in the Press of Defects or I mean, I don't want to invoke his name because we don't have a Donny Cates graphic, do we? But anyway,
think so.
so
Here,
Comic Tom 101
Yeah,
used to like
that's
Comic Tom 101 used to go on an hour before me, right?
Uh-huh.
And so he would reach out to me and be like, "Hey, bro, hey, I don't want to step on your toes. What time do you go live? I'll go live an hour before you, so then I could lead way into your show." And I was like, "Oh, okay, young kid, that's cool, whatever." And then so he ended up doing his own thing. That's a story for another time to get the cheese may out there. But one day I will tell you because I got all the screenshots and everything. But people, But my thing is, now it's so crowded. It's back in the day. My saying is stay in your lane. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I go into the low grades live chat. I go into Spine Ticks live chat. I try to go to Personal Defects live chat and my Warriors live chat. Although Big Easy got that show really early on a Sunday morning that I can't do, man. That's like
coffee.
So the comic coffee.
the coffee one. I'm like, man,
I'm at the gym usually when that's here. But yeah, remember that, Tim? Like we used to like end the show and be like, "Hey, head over to this channel, like Comic Core. They're going live next," and that's how it would be, like almost like a news channel where it would lead into the next show. Now there's nothing like that. It's just,
and that's the way that's the
done.
way we kind of built the community, though, right? To get bigger channels and smaller channels will work together, so you could say, "Hey, go peep it out. Go after this, go peep out Press with Defects or the NY Warriors or 3 Men in the Basement, this, that, and the others." But now, now it's going to the pat. Oh, come on, Strange in there. What's up? And anyway, now you got to the point where you'll have 3 auctions going on at the same time.
I was gonna say auctions.
Which really is crazy to me because that's like money, right? You're really dividing up money. I mean, I would try to schedule my auction when nobody else has got an auction going on so I get more eyeballs so I can get more money, right? I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to, because of programs like StreamYard and stuff like that, it's so easy to just go live and, like Convon Strand said, bring it up real quick, how it's, people spend so much time editing that it's just easier to go live. I kind of feel like the Instagram and YouTube community was a little bit divided, and I think programs like StreamYard kind of like help them get into the whole, like IG people get into the YouTube community. I see a lot of people in IG kind of doing their own shows and stuff like that. A lot of them don't last, but like they try, you know.
There's one thing to take pictures, and it's another thing to be able to sit in front of a camera for an hour and actually have something to say. I mean, we had, through the years of Lords, we've had plenty of people rotate through our crew, and there were some that they let. I mean, I don't think we ever asked them to leave. They just kind of bowed out because they would sit there, they'd fall asleep. They would not have anything to say.
What are you talking about? Yeah. But we were just like, hey man, they just left. We didn't explain why they left. They just did their own thing.
Yeah.
But what you know, what's not cool is when, you know, they start talking about it and they're like saying, always, think about the people who helped you along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, that's I don't know how to say it, street mentality.
It's just
when
being a
Josh
human
says
being.
when Josh says big homie, I mean it's an actual expression, right? A big homie is the person from the neighborhood that's maybe 10, 15 years older than you, that put in the work, maybe went to prison and came back, but he kind of taught you as a youngster how to conduct yourself right on the streets or whatever it may be, be wherever it may be, a mentor, an OG, or whatever. And I think a lot of people just come into the game now and they're just like, I'm going to just do whatever I want.
Well, and I also think it's a different mindset. I mean, today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2010, 2012, obviously money was, everybody wants to make money. Okay. But you didn't see the crazy amounts of spec, the crazy amounts of, there was spec definitely, but it wasn't every single news article. It wasn't even in the mainstream media, really. I mean, now you're seeing mainstream media talk about comic books in a way.
Reaction
videos, record-breaking sales. So, but back then, we were just starting with MCU. It was 2008 when it started, but in 2012, we were just getting revved up, and I don't think there were many TV shows, maybe a couple, but it exploded. It exploded.
Yeah, even when we were doing our show in 2015, we specifically said, look, there's a lot of shows out there to just talk about comic books. Let's talk about comic books that we think are be affected because of the way the news cycles are dropping, right?
Well, we would talk about news articles, right?
And we said, let's specifically cater to like comic books that are movies and shows that are things of that nature. And even back then they didn't, something gets announced, it wouldn't even jump immediately. Now it's like, it's crazy. It could be a tweet or anything and it's jumping all over the place. And then,
I've never seen so many leaked photos on set.
Exactly. Yeah.
In my life.
And so, here, I will finally on the low grades tell you guys the Donny Cates story.
Story time.
I will tell you guys.
Shout out to our boy Danhead. Thanks for joining us, man.
I've got an urgent announcement.
Do we have an alarm for that shit, J2? No? Okay, just a giraffe. All right, go ahead, Tivo. You got it.
The reason we fuck with Donny Cates, and not in a good way, and we kind of poke fun at him, is because I don't know when it was, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and this is when spec was just crazy. Everybody wanted to be first, and and if somebody else took credit for it, look, everybody does their thing. Nobody knows if they were first or not, or whatever, or screenshots, whatever. I used to be the same way too. I'd be like, we got receipts, and I was like, you know what? It's like spitting into the wind. It's not worth it. Right?
Matter.
The people that watch our show have the books, and good for them.
But that's what I gotta say about that. This Donny Cates. Just for clarification.
Yes. So I was part of a Facebook group. Wasn't even mine, but they asked if they could use our name. It was our friend Pops Foster, right? And Pops Foster had a comic book group, and there was another group that was beefing with them or some shit, which was just really ridiculous. I guess because Pops had put it out there that he was, and this is true, that this guy was an actual sexual offender. So, he's no good. And so they took it upon themselves to this is when there was something about Venom. And the retailer gets basically retailer gets a PDF of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it was in some internal pages.
Yeah, and so so people's like, you need to get this book. This is coming out because they got it. So Donny Cates, I was the admin of the group. Donny Cates says, he said, I want to join the group. I said, well, shit. I said, hey, welcome, Donny Cates. So about 10 minutes later,
everybody, obviously everybody was super excited. Don't paint over that point. We're thinking, oh, that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. So then he comes in, he goes, hey man, not cool that you guys leaked a photo or of my character that I've been working on for Venom, this and that. And a lot of people kept on, hey, it wasn't us, and it wasn't us. I just told them, hey, Donnie, kick fucking rocks, get the fuck out of here. Nobody cares about you. And I booted him out of the group. I was like, hey,
Oh shit!
fuck him.
Oh,
Fuck, dude. I
damn.
didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck? Bad Boy Comics, dude. You fucking got nail polish on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
So
man,
and so
that's
after
good.
that, I was like, you know what? Hey, if you love Donny Cates, that's on you. Whatever, that's awesome. That's fine. But that's the reason why we have that. It's like I don't got anything personal against Donny Cates because later on he went on a Twitter and he goes, man, I guess I was fooled by this group and it was like a really bad apology. It was he didn't
It was
he
like,
said that.
I'm sorry you feel that way, kind of.
Yeah, he said, yeah, sorry, I got wrong information. This group was telling this other spec group this, that, and the other, and so I don't care. I was like, you know what? But it's like I don't worship the dude, so that's why we have this ongoing joke. If his name gets invoked, you get the middle finger. People love seeing that.
So,
All right, Timo, what would you rather though? Punch his teeth out or choke him out?
Well, that's the thing. He's gonna punch his teeth out. I'm gonna choke him out.
Oh, okay.
It's
Double
gonna be a
team.
double team.
Okay.
You know what? Headbutting somebody in the bridge of the nose feels really good.
No, you know
And
what?
here I
No
am.
violence on Donnie.
There you go. Donnie made the list, huh?
No, whatever he does is fine. But it was kind of a dickhead move to be like, all these guys who were like, oh, I'm a big fan of yours, and he comes on and says,
Hey.
he says that shit. And I was like, you know what? Everybody's being nice.
But not even. It was just accusatory. Like we did it. Mine was made. There was no questioning. Yep. It was instant. Fuck you guys for doing this.
There you go. Choke his teeth out.
Yeah. And then here I am at a wedding with Donny Cates, and he's buying me beers. So
yeah,
well,
he wouldn't party.
You're not bragging as much as you were when you first,
yeah.
Well,
after that party, you were bragging pretty hard. You're pretty silent
really
today,
bad.
dude.
Think about it. When's the last time you went to a wedding that was funded by?
No, you were talking about touching tips, dude. It was not just going to a wedding.
Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
It goes down. If you got a comic book writer that's
actually
buy out the bar.
You said his wife was way cooler than him.
Oh,
that's
dude,
what I remember.
Megan was super dope. Her artwork is just as good, but Megan is super dope, dude. She's so down to earth, straight chilling, man, straight chilling. So
yeah, I mean, I consider Ken Lashley a friend. I mean, we're friends on Facebook. We talk, and he's been on the show. But I mean, he's totally down to earth. He doesn't, think he's like the inventor of comic books or whatever. So
bad boy of comics.
That's the thing. Sometimes egos hurt people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't hero worship. You know what I'm saying? So only hero right here is worship Bruce Lee. So, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, I mean, two Lees in my life: Stan Lee and Bruce Lee. Put them together, boom. That's like an unstoppable force.
Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's why I just, and that's why it's been an ongoing joke. I could really give two shits what Donny Cates does. More power to him. Make your money.
I was thinking we need to put some nail polish on that middle finger.
Oh, there you go, Ryan. You're the one that made the graphics, so you got. You got.
I'll update it. I got to update it.
Right. Oh my god! It's gonna be
so there you go. That is the origin story of the Donny Cates graphic from the Lord's live show. If you guys ever know,
that's like a low down with the low grades, man.
Yeah, thanks for
everybody's gonna be
man.
everybody's gonna be invoking his name on there. Like, but
I see at least 10 Donny Cates in the live chat. I'm like, we can't do them all.
We got to do it like Candyman times 3. You got to say it 9 times and then it'll show up. You know what I'm saying?
Donny Cates.
No, but he's done it great for the speculator market, right? I mean, a lot of people ran with Virex.
Say what you will. He knows how to market.
Codex and all that good stuff. And
what about Antonio?
And he's a good writer.
How do you guys feel about like Substack with a lot of these creators and writers going to Substack?
I don't know if is it a actual printable, readable?
I didn't
comic,
think
or is it
so.
all digital?
I'm not sure. I
thought it was all online.
Yeah, Justin, do you know? I think
it's all digital stuff. It's like
Yeah.
Patreon meets OnlyFans for comics, basically. That's
I just don't see that working.
James Tinian's
Not
doing
the
it.
collector's
His
market.
book. I forget what the title. It's some UFO type of storyline.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's gonna
right.
be all
It's based on
digital,
real life stories of abduction or some shit like that. Anal probes. we're on the low grades. We can say anal probes and the
Oh,
butt
yeah.
pleasures and the
We
Rusty
can say raw- we-
Jones
we can
and
say
Dirty
raw dog.
Sanchez's.
Can you say it a couple more times for us, please?
You want to see my
Rusty
balls?
Trombones, Dirty Sanchez's,
Dutch
the
rudder.
anal beads, the anal pleasures. So here's what I think, man, is it's gonna get killed due to piracy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can pirate comic books nowadays, right? I mean, you know, if you know the right place to go, you can download actual whole comic books. What makes you think you can't just send screenshots of a comic book from Substack and as opposed to paying it? You know, I think these creators think that, oh, I have a loyal following and they'll pay for it, but I don't know how it goes. And plus, you know, people try to compare it to like, the death of comic books has been around ever since I've been, the last, since 2007, 2008, right? Where digital is going to take over. It's not going to take over the medium. It's like, because it's a piece of art where people can hold it and there's variants and things of that nature. Not everybody's down with digital. And, I think Substack is also kind of giving the fuck you to comic book shops. And as one of my good friends owns a comic book store, I think it's kind of bullshit, what they're doing. But, I understand what they're doing. I mean, if they really wanted to do, I guess what they're trying to do on Substack, go start a new label like Image or something. Is that, that's what the Image guys did when they felt they didn't get paid enough.
And it rocked the fucking world.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, dude. Man, well, again, I just want to thank you guys for coming and hang out with me. I've known each of y'all for a while. I actually met Darkside Jedi and them through TiVo. Yep. I've actually had the pleasure of kicking it with Justin on the Comic-Con podcast, which was very fucking fun. I'm waiting for the next invite.
I've never been invited on that show.
It was like a ghetto NPR episode. You know what I'm saying?
Ryan, I'm afraid for you to come on. I'm using you as a backup when Zach's not around. I need a co-host. Yeah, that's what I'll have.
I want to tell the story of me and Josh, and I think pretty sure the statute of limitations is lifted on this. But we belong to a little group called the Comic Stoner Committee.
I do believe Stoner Comic Committee.
Stoner Comic Committee, and I don't know if you ever got one, Josh. And I know I mailed them out. I used to mail out comic books with a joint inside the pages.
Oh, you did right.
I've heard this story before. It's a fucking epic story.
It was a Madame Slay, Jungle Action, first appearance of Madame Slay. And he goes, yo, I still have the fucking book. He goes, keep the first page. Flip open that first page. Christmas morning, my eyes lit up. I got a little wet, and it was going the fuck down.
So here's the thing, man. My dispensary used to give me joints, but I stopped smoking leaf, right? I would vape it. You know what I'm saying? It's just because it stank up the house and everything. So I always get these joints. So I was like, you know what? I want to mail these out to the Comic Stoner Committee, right? I'm pretty sure they were breaking some federal laws because I mailed it. But like I said,
I kind of thought that you were framing him.
If any feds are listening, statute of limitations, baby, that was back in like 2012, 2013. So we're free with that. But that was one of the cooler things we used to do, man. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm going to give you a sheet of acid in one page.
You know what? Just drop acid all on the cover. So when he touches it,
associate their fingerprints. That's wrong.
Yeah, dude, we actually started that hashtag. It was yourself, me, Ultimate
Omega, XIIV. What was it, Omega?
Fuck, I don't. I remember Ultimate Image Comics, Pez,
Ultimate Image, yeah.
You, myself, hashtag Stoner Comic Committee, and even that one, like you said, with the hashtag IG Comic Lords. If you do hashtag Stoner Comic Committee, I mean, there's thousands of photos, and I'll start going one by one. Like if it's just some chick holding a bong, I'm like, I didn't approve of this.
The irony of people talking about this Comic Stoner Committee and we can't remember the people that are on it.
You know, we're perfect for the committee.
Hey, it's pretty much legal everywhere now. So it was, but back then, it wasn't legal everywhere.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all. So I know we asked you, gentlemen, since you come onto the low grades, everyone loves to post the 9.8s and the 9.6s, and that's dope if you got them. But here on the low grades, we like to give love to the low grades. I want to pull up. I want to run with my guy Darkside Jedi first. I want to see what low grade goodie he may have.
Well, I don't know if it's not okay. It's the high end of a low grade, I guess, right? I don't
It's
know.
okay.
7.0.
This is the lowest book that I've got.
There you go.
That's low grade.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Damn, show off.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You said bring your lowest grade, so I mean, what am I gonna do?
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
And that's
Damn,
what
I'd love to see that.
Prince of Starro, right?
Yeah, this is the first appearance of Star, everybody.
So if you're
Go peep
specking
out-
on
go peep out,
on Suicide Squad, you better
Suicide
get that
Squad.
book, son.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For all you
Oh, that
spec-
bat.
How long have you
Batman
had that book
behind
for?
you, though.
I have had this for shit. When did the Justice League come out? It was before that. It was probably like 6 months, maybe longer. 8 months before the movie came out. It obviously I'm DC all the way. Okay, so I mean, I have Marvel books and I love Marvel books and I read Marvel books, but my collection is DC. So I mean, come on, this is the Avengers one for me.
Yeah.
You know, this is the team book.
Sure.
Perseverance of Justice
And
League,
and
Starro.
Starro was just a pleasant surprise with Suicide Squad Part 2. But you know,
I love that movie.
you know, so this to me is gonna sit on the shelf. It'll go to the kids. You know, I probably will never sell this book unless, God forbid,
Are you adopting by any chance?
No, the two I have are plenty. Okay, but
No, he's looking to adopt a 17-year-old Malaysian girl. If
18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah, I don't want to play in any weird areas. You know?
Damn pervs! I know the feds are listening now. Damn.
right?
But yeah, for me, when it comes to low grade, like I was going after a 1.8 Marvel Family number 1. It was the first Black Adam.
Nice.
And this was on eBay. It was and for me, when it comes to Golden Age, low grade is the grade for me. I would go as low as a 0.5. I would actually go a no grade. I bought a coverless. Oh shit! Oh, but see, it's not graded. I bought a coverless Detective Comics 38. So it's the first appearance of Robin, but no cover, no first wrap. So, but it has the picture of Robin, the very first picture of Robin in costume. You know, so it has that page.
Now you just need to buy a cover and then marry it and then get it.
I have the covers are more expensive than the books. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I have a facsimile cover, but if I got it slabbed, I wouldn't put the cover on it. I want to see that Robin, you know, that first image of Robin on the pages. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my lowest grade book. But it's not slab. So
yeah.
Well, you set the bar very
high. The book doesn't matter, man. I like Justice League anyway. Everybody hates the Justice League, so I mean,
no, I collect very similarly to you. I mean, I don't really give a shit about the grade. It's like, just give me the book, man.
Yeah, he has pages.
History's
like
there,
he has
dude.
graded pages.
Like it's funny you mentioned the Robin. I'll never own a Batman one unless, you know, God willing. But like, as long as I have a Batman 1 page with Joker on the cover, this is the Detective Comics 40, where this splash page came from. That's all that matters.
On Instagram, my jaw fell to my lap. I mean, I try to have one of those.
He'll sell it to you. You want to buy it?
I would never sell this.
I'm
like him. I think there's a handful of books that, I mean, unless something terrible happened, they'll go to my kids or a friend when I die or something.
Right. You know, the majority. There's maybe 5 books, you know, that are like that. You know, if I lived in Egypt, I'd be buried with them. Mm-hmm. The rest really are expendable. I can always get them again, but like this. I mean, today I'm never gonna get this again if I sold it. You know, it's gonna be
especially
it's too
with
expensive.
Prices nowadays.
You know,
man.
Batman books, Golden Age. Yeah. I'm never gonna get it again. So those are books that you just keep. I have a Rex the Wonder Dog 4 that I bought raw. I'm looking forward to grading that. But
First Detective Chimp is gonna be hot now.
Yeah,
you know, it's like those are the books for me. But you can't afford them once you sell them. It's just the market has gone so crazy, you know. So
yeah, we have a club member that's been looking for that book too, and he's been looking for it for years. And
because back when I bought it, it wasn't
yeah
7,000, you know, whatever it is. It was a reasonable price.
That's just one of the books that just never pops out. Like, I mean, nobody's ever selling that.
I mean, it was an eBay purchase, I think, for sure.
Oh,
You know,
yeah?
it wasn't something I found in the wild or at a con. But or was it an Instagram purchase? I forget. It was an online purchase.
What was the one you bought that you had to return because shit was stolen?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's a fun story.
That's a fun story.
I
gather
had
around the fire,
traded,
boys and girls.
like probably 4 years ago or so, I traded. A friend of mine introduced me to a dealer, a friend of his, and the guy was in for a show. He was
Comic
buying a
book
bunch
dealer.
of books. Yeah, right.
Oh,
No, this whatever. So, and I don't know. I don't know if he knew it was stolen. I don't know. I'm hoping not. But I traded a stack of graded books for a 9.2 X-Men or Giant Size X-Men 1 and I think it was it in the 5s or 6? It was maybe in the 5.0, let's say, of Action Comics 242, First Brainiac. And I had sat on for a while, and the X-Men one, again, no offense, but that is an expendable book for me. I sold that one on Instagram. Thank God. I didn't get any kind of flack for that. The 242 I put on eBay, and I get a phone call from an Indiana detective saying that the owner of that book has reported it stolen, and they want it back. And so I'm like, Comic Karma. The guy said that he had already been paid by insurance, so I could have kept the book, if I wanted to. But the guy wanted it back. He said he'd pay me, so he gave me, I think, $2,700. I was looking to get a little bit more than that. I mean, I was thinking I was going to get about $4,000 on eBay, but I didn't lose money. I made some money, and I was like, "Fuck it." I sold him this book back, but yeah, that was a trip.
What's the chances of that happening? Because there's so much commerce on eBay.
That's why people cover. They cover when they take pictures. They cover the code or whatever, because I don't know, maybe they're stolen.
So here's some advice from Uncle TiVo. If you buy something and crack it and get it re-slapped so it gets a new certification number so they won't know it's stolen. There you go. Just saying, that's the streets of me thinking, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
that's solid advice.
So you were kind of depending on Comic Karma to come back at you. Has it come back yet?
It has. The Batman 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an amazing book. My God.
Batman 2. It's a 5 point. Do you guys want to see it?
Yes, for sure.
There was a time where he had to sell that book almost, and I was ready to buy it.
Shout out to 3 Men in the Basement for the cool little stand. But yeah, man, 5.0.
5.0. Good Lord.
So how much you selling that one for?
This one's not for sale.
Sorry, Ross.
It's all right. I'll live vicariously through you.
Okay, so I go on eBay. I find a pay. I see the book. They want $7,000 for it.
Gosh.
It's a. So I asked, and they said they would do time payments. So I was going to do time payments, but I had my tax return come back, and I basically use my tax return as a forced savings. Okay, I don't claim any dependents. I claim single, so they take the most out of my check, right? But I get a decent return. So I see this book, Batman #1 is never going to happen. Maybe a page, you know what I mean? But I'm like, well, what's the best thing, right? So Batman #2, and I offered $6,500. They wanted, I think, 70. It was in the 7,000s. They come back at 6,600. I'm like, okay,
What?
Duh. But they're like, we want to do it off eBay because it's a consignment. They're not the seller, right? They're a consignment shop or whatever. So, adrenaline is pumping. I've got the money that I can afford to buy it. And they're like, we'll do it off, so then they wanted a cashier's check.
Damn.
Hello,
eBay.
And they were in
1999.
Yeah, right. They're in Florida or something. So I go to the cashier. I get a cashier's check. I send them the check and cross my fingers. Then I start to get worried. I'm like, fuck, I just send $600 in the mail, like to someone I don't know. They looked legit. They had 100% rating. But when I looked them up online, it was a house. It was someone's house, right? So it wasn't like a brick and mortar. So when they said consignment shop, in my head, I'm thinking it's a brick and mortar, so that made me worried because it was a residential house. But probably about 2 weeks later, a box shows up at my house.
Damn, they should have taken a sweet time.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord.
Yeah.
How was your beard not more gray?
Man, it was scary. I actually went to the bank and asked them after I had already sent the check if I could insure. No, it doesn't work that way.
Dude.
Here's another tip for you boys and girls who want to do business outside of eBay. When you message somebody, I don't know if they still do it, but they block email addresses. So you have to write your email address in code. So,
do it in like big.
Yeah,
spell out dot and then space it out.
Oh, the old
dot.
Craigslist days.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because
or like
if you put
bring flowers.
If you put your regular email in there, email will flag it, or eBay will flag it, and they won't send it. But if you were like, hey, email me, and then space it out, and then instead of .com, spell out the word dot, and then com with 2 M's, things like that, and you can get your message across. You know what I mean?
Or
I was kind of thinking the old school way where it's like 333, 22, 66. You know what I mean?
Talking about beeper messages. And
yeah, the flip phone.
Yeah,
flip phone. You gotta push the button 3 times to get a Y or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I knew kids back in the day that were so fast with that.
Yeah.
I still remember the first day I got a text message and it blew my mind. I'm like, well, how the fuck did I type this, man? How did this get on my phone? That was crazy. And this was like 2000 when I got my first text message, I think, or right around 2000, 2001 when I got my first text message. And I was like, how'd you do that, bro? He goes, yeah, there's a text feature. I go, oh, damn.
It's for a hookup, right?
Yeah, so now when anybody calls me,
phones.
Oh, yeah, man. Now when somebody calls me, I think it's an emergency. Shit, I pick up
God, for real. It's true.
Shit,
especially when my mom or dad calls me, I'm like, oh, fuck, here it is. This is it.
It's nothing but bad news when somebody gives you a call. Yeah.
This is it. Like,
this is it. Dude, I'm not even lying. Every fucking time it happens, I'm like, God willing. All
like,
along, it's happening.
This is your mom. Your warranty is expired. Give me a call.
Usually the only people that call me is J2 and fucking Robert, like with some nonsense, which is
good. You don't even fucking answer, so we don't even do that anymore.
Hey man, I take naps. I take fucking naps, man. Leave me alone.
All right, Nemesis, what do you got, bro? What do you got for us, man?
So I got 2 actually, and they're actually the same grade. So there was a time where I was trying to get it's like when you're collecting and you think about grading books, like you look at like the first 10 Spider-Man books because it's all Rogues Gallery, right? Yeah. So there was a time where I was trying to get the first 10 issues of the Flash. So my lowest grade is a Flash 105, which is first appearance of Mirror Master, first Flash title, because he is first introduced. This Flash is introduced in Showcase. He did 3 or 4 issues there. And then they picked up the same issue number from the original Jay Garrick, which ended at 104. So they kept the same number. So that's why it starts at 105. And this thing is, so basically I own 105 through 115 graded. They're all CGC or CBCS. And the same thing, like Flash is, you got Mirror Master in there, you got Weather Wizard, Gorilla Grodd, Pied Piper, Elongated Man's in there, the Trickster's in there. So for the first 10 issues,
all of, like, nicknames of my penis, by the way.
The Trickster,
the Trickster, the Sneakster,
Mirror Man.
The wizard, weather wizard, you know what I'm saying?
Wizard, yeah,
Makes
so-
it
Why
rain.
it's drippy.
I mean, but this thing is a beat up copy. I mean, I would love to crack it. I'd love to press it, but you know what?
It looks nice from here. I mean, that's
It's
what
I
I'm
know. I
getting.
can't tell.
There's some books that
together.
have a really low grade, and you look at the cover's immaculate.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like,
right.
Yeah, no,
what the
it's
fuck is wrong with it?
Exactly.
It's the spine. You can see the chipping right there. There's like a piece.
But do
missing.
you think it merits a 2.0 though?
No, yeah. Look, like you could see here.
Oh yeah, there is some feces on there. Rusty Staples.
No, that spine really does hurt a book, doesn't it?
It does, huh?
Even that's like
Fuck
all
yeah.
off the cover, like all top here. That's all ripped. I mean, it probably could be a 3 because there's some waviness, but there's so much chipping on the front and even the back. But that's what it is. When I go get good books, like even in this grade, like I have a 2.5 first Supergirl. I don't care that it's a 2.5. It looks great. The colors are great. This colors, I mean, I know, you're looking at it in a reverse and with the light and everything, but it's a great cover. It's all together. It's attached. So again, like I said, the 105 through 115 of my Flash run, and then my other, which is a super old book, 2.0, to my Batman fans out there.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah. So I mean, this thing is, and I bought this at a steal, and it was funny because I was, and the same thing. Like I'm always trying to get all the Batman rogues. Never gonna get the Golden Age stuff, but I was able to get this and the Mad Hatter early enough where before they announced Suicide Squad, and 2.0s. I think I paid like $800 for this, and it was like a steal because like this thing's probably maybe 2K now, even in this grade. So, Batman 59. It's got tape on cover, so I wouldn't even crack it. It's like down here, right on the like staple is where the tape is. So, but
so with two Suicide Squad movies out, I want to ask the group and I want to ask the chat: are you team Deadshot or are you team Bloodsport?
Ooh,
I'm Team Weasel.
Team Weasel. Yeah.
I'm team.
I have to say Bloodsport for me. I just think Idris
Are you
Elba
saying
did
because of
in
the
the
movie
movies
it was better, or
movies.
because the team is
the
better?
character in the movies?
yeah, I'm gonna go Bloodsport.
Yeah, I'd go the Bloodsport.
Yeah, but
I will go Bloodsport as well. They kind of had like a similar story with their daughters, being drug along with the bullshit.
No, it was definitely a replacement for Will Smith's character.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
Come on, man,
I thought he got shit on way too much. I mean, I'd go Bloodsport, but I did not hate Will Smith as Deadshot.
I didn't hate Will Smith. I just think Bloodsport was. He seemed. He had the skills, but he was like tougher, or something. I don't know.
Idris Elba, dog. He's cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
He is a man.
Stringer Bell, bro.
Stringer
I thought
Bell.
they were
I was gonna
talking-
say that.
Everybody's talking Bloodsport right here on the chat.
yeah. Even in the chat, it's all Bloodsport. Somebody be different and say Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. So just
Deadshot. My bad.
Deathstroke.
Tim also says that about his penis.
That's right.
That's
Now, I feel bad now. Just somebody called like Nerdy Mom in there. We've been talking about like penis names.
Oh, trust
But I
me.
also
She's
name
cool. She's-
my name my penis is the octagon, but I also name my testes Dr. Rosenthal. Anyway,
So, Tivo, man, what do you got to show us, brother?
I also have some DC books.
What?
Psych. There's too much DC shit in here already, man. So, these are since Justin showed off 2 of them, I'll show off 2 of them. My oldest X-Men books. This is X-Men number 3, first appearance of the Blob in a
Again,
2.0.
Another cover that looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And a white cover at that.
Yeah. Off-white to white pages too. I don't know how it got a 2.0 to be honest with you. And then my oldest X-Men book, which is X-Men number 2, in a 2.0. And this one is off-white to white pages as well. It's his second appearance of the X-Men, of course, first appearance of everybody's favorite villain, the Vanisher. So
He vanished
popular,
real quick,
he vanished
didn't
from comics altogether.
Right.
I mean, these I slabbed because I had X-Men are the comics I own the most. I mean, I have a bunch of Doctor Strange book. Like I was going to pull out my Strange Tales 110, but that's like a 5.5, so I didn't think it was fair. But these
Again, another thing he calls his penis.
That's right.
The
Doctor
Vanisher.
Strange. Yeah,
Oh.
and I call it the Dread Dormammu every now and then as well. But I bought these for my man, the Big To Do, and because I told him, look, I'm trying to complete my X-Men run. Like, X-Men 1, I remember at a point, 5-6 years ago, you can get a 4.0 for a reasonable price, but I mean, those days have long gone, right? So I have.
Yo, we got Joker in the house. What's up, man?
What up, Joker?
What up?
Bro?
Broski. So basically, I had basically the entire run of X-Men, all the big keys except for issue number 1. All right, even except for the reprints that ran through 60 through 70. I don't read, but everything from 2 all the way up to before the reprint started, then the reprint after the reprint started, giant size 94 all the way up to like 300, and then a few issues and then up to 375, but up to 300 was my mission in life. And then my other key was at one point in my life I'm gonna get 1 through 42 graded, 1 through 142 graded, right? So 142 to me is like the end of the great run of Uncanny X-Men, right? If you think about it. After 142, the prices drop significantly. I mean, there's a few issues here and there, but throughout that whole Claremont run from Giant Size, not because even though Claremont's name is not on X-Men 94 and Giant Size 1, he actually helped with the story. I believe it's Len Wein who did the story, but Chris Claremont helped with the story. I hate to say it, but look at the Chris Claremont documentary on YouTube or Amazon. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of X-Men. It's like Chris Claremont something, and he talks about his run on the X-Men, how he wanted to kill characters off, and how basically he quit the X-Men because of Jim Lee. It's a fantastic documentary. It's on Amazon, and Chris Claremont is on there, and he talks about his entire run, how him and Len Wein thought about the X-Men, new X-Men going forward. And that was really the first thing. I think a lot of people got into X-Men as a younger. There's a certain generation that got into X-Men because of the animated series, just like Justice League or Batman animated series. To me, I grew up in the '80s. To me, it was the comics because my cousin actually was like, "Yo, you need to peep this out. Check out these X-Men." And I was like wilding out. I was like, what's this blue dude doing undercover, right? Nightcrawler and all. They look different from all the other characters that were out there at the time, right? And then it was like, check out the New Mutants, so I was collecting New Mutants. So I just need to get X-Men 1, and then I've completed my X-Men run from 1 through 300. But
that's impressive.
If you ever get it, you're just gonna off yourself or what?
There you go.
I am gonna cremate myself, and then my ghost is gonna smoke my ashes.
Oh, wow!
Can I be there for part of the session?
Yeah, I talked about on last show. I was like, you know what? I want to get cremated, and I want to get my ashes slabbed by CGC.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
that's the first I've ever
Who
heard.
wouldn't want a slab of a loved one on their wall? Like, hey, yo, that's Grandpa right there. He's a CGC. He was a good guy, but it was only a 5.0. You know what I mean?
I want to get my ashes planted with the finest of the finest herbs, so the homies can smoke me, and I can.
I'll smoke you, bro.
Man, that's OG.
Where those trees that they make, they like put you at the bottom when you bury them, so a tree grows in its place with you under it.
Yeah,
just a big weed plant.
Dude, I'm saying, they heard of the Joshua tree. Well, I want the Joshua weed. So
there you go. Your own strain.
J2. Yeah, J2. You can get circumcised and then like burn it into ashes and just send it to random people. Have them like ink it up in the
circumcised.
Yeah.
When I come back,
who still has foreskin? Wait, you're saying burning your foreskin? Who the hell?
I mean, not when it's still on you. Like you got to cut it off first, and then
would the doctor even give you that?
Yeah.
Or you cut it off yourself?
Do you need a doctor? I mean, how old are you?
Well, I guess I could read it. You know what? There's probably a YouTube video about it.
There is
a tutorial.
Dark web.
I'll learn how to do it. Easy.
What about the rest of my low grade crew? Robert, did you bring anything to show off?
Yes, sir. You know it.
That won't get the.
Can you take care of the board while I fucking get my shit together?
This fucking guy. Yeah, I got you, man. You're fired.
All right, man. Thanks. So I went to a shop and they had a new section, and it's one of the guys I normally run into conventions with. So a lot of this stuff hadn't even been gone through. So I picked up a few things. This is a Magnolia cover, The Death of Lady Vampire. I've never seen this book before.
Fuck, that's sick. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, so I mean, I had to fucking grab it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a Magnolia cover. I'm a Adam
Just stop
Hughes.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'm
a
an Adam
stain.
Hughes fan, and I'm an Adam Hughes fan, and I like some of his older stuff that he's done, like Legionnaires number 14.
Oh wow. That's cool.
I have copies
Bro,
of this, but this is a newsstand.
You should have bought my giant box of porn. I have Adam Hughes Penthouse comics.
Ooh.
I have those too.
There you go.
I would have doubles.
Damn,
Probably.
you guys should have a party.
This is one of my favorites. It's a Legionnaires 13 with a black hat on the cover. I just like it.
Is she getting jizz squirted on her? What is
Kinda. I like to think that.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that until you showed me that. Yeah.
She's holding toothpaste.
Spec. Put it on your spec list, Tivo.
Classy.
Put it on your spec list.
Yeah, if you remove the toothbrush, then but that's still pretty questionable to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like,
Adam Hughes, man. He's nasty like that, bro.
Yeah.
Adventures into the Unknown, number 1 Frazetta cover.
Ooh, I like that.
That is
Frazetta's dope.
Yeah.
Is that a bigger size comic? Or does
It
just
is,
look bigger?
dude. That's so funny that you know that. How do you know that?
Because it looks bigger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like slightly. It's slightly taller.
He's got
it's not
eyeballs?
like wider. It's taller. There we go. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Bruce Timm, All Crimes.
That corner just died there.
Nah, it's
Ooh.
Yeah, I love those.
Mylar, or
Man.
you know what? Mylar is good for keeping your books. Poly is good for showing your books on YouTube.
No, you gotta show them. You gotta show them raw.
Yeah, that's
Take your books. Take your books out of the bag. Take a picture of them, man.
Yeah. Well, if you're selling them,
No,
yeah,
I'm saying just
you
holding
take them
up.
out.
Oh yeah, you gotta take it out.
That's sexy.
Yeah, that is.
It's cool. Bruce Timm, man. And then Batman 181.
It gets me every time.
I want to see him throw this one.
He will.
Dude,
it's a low grade. Look at
it's
that.
a low grade, so
You got a pen up in there still?
no, it doesn't actually, but
It's
these
still-
are really hard to get. You know,
I can
for good
smell that book
price.
from here.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's all I have. I mean, what do you guys got?
All right, let's go ahead and bring up Suge Knight of the bunch.
I already showed mine. The Punisher.
Did you? Oh fuck. Well, I'm out of town. I don't have any comics.
People
to
don't
show.
remember.
I don't
People
have
remember.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I did find today though? Fucking
I
random
saw
that I was
Josh.
excited.
I found this in a box. I
What'd
don't
you
know
find?
anything about it, but it's got a cool cover.
Let's see. Let's bring this guy up here.
What do you know about
Silverblade.
Jonathan
Yeah, I saw you
Lord?
post that.
Silverblade.
Oh, that's dope.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen
I
that
have
book
no idea.
before.
I mean, either. I was
This
digging
qualifies
through some
as
box.
a low grade for Josh right here.
It's good.
I'll show it after Ryan.
Ryan, hurry up, dude. Come on.
Sorry, man. Sorry, man.
I want to see this
I
shit.
got a movie at 9 o'clock. Come on, hurry the fuck up.
Here's the poster. Oh, should I open the poster?
Yeah.
That's
should
too
frame it right
complicated.
here.
Jim called it. They said there's a poster in it.
Too complicated. Go ahead. I can't figure it out. I don't want to rip it.
Just rip it, dude.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's shred it
There we
afterwards.
go.
It's shredded.
Yeah, that's a hell of a poster.
Hey, Joker, relax, man. I fucking
Oh, that's dope.
I protect my shit pretty well.
Silverblade, A Star Is Born. Even got a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's a very
That's
erect-
cool, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe you
that's
shouldn't
dope,
have
bro.
ripped it. Ryan.
Ripped it.
Probably not. It's okay though.
Yeah, I got some for Joshua right here.
See what you got.
This may be a collectible soon. It's
He doesn't
somewhat
deserve
low-grade.
anything though. Ryan, throw your book.
Throw it.
Oh,
We're gonna put it back in the bag.
Yeah.
This is a Golden Age book. Yeah, just because Joshua's got his Cowboys hat on, and I'm a Redskin fan. But yeah, there used to be a series. Actually, it's not that long.
Nice
at all.
bondage
Yeah.
cover.
is that a slightly bigger book than normal?
It's a Golden Age book.
No, I know.
Yeah, and actually portrays. It's from I don't know who did this book actually. Damn, came out of it's
Dally
definitely Golden-
Ticks.
Yeah. I saw this dude selling it, and he was like, "I don't care anything about it." I was like, "You know what? I'm a Redskin fan. Let me get that." So who knows? Now that the team name is no longer there, maybe worth something, right? And so this is one of those things with Golden Age. I like to get the plastic back cover.
Oh yeah.
So you can see, because the Golden Age always has cool advertisements on the back.
Oh, is that oh, no shit.
Yeah, this is
those
clear backing boards. They actually sent me free backing boards to do a review on it. I did a video on it, and they gave me like 20 of them. And I said, these are cool, but they're too expensive. You know what I mean? It's not worth paying for right now. It was like 10 for 10, like $1. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, that's my little grade for you. One day when the team gets renamed to whatever the hell it is, maybe this would be worth something, or
go Cowboys.
The penny bakers or something,
But you know what? That just shows the name isn't he's a hero in this. You know what I'm saying? It's not used in derogatory. I mean, anybody can use anything in a derogatory term, right? I mean, we called Raw Comics Raw Dogs, and if you Google Raw Dog, apparently it's fucking without a rubber on.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but we just referred to that as it was Otto actually coined the phrase that
it's a raw comic book.
A raw comic was a raw dog, right? Made sense to me. And then somebody's like, if you go to Urban Dictionary and search for something,
these moral authoritarians, they're the ones that are always thinking about that type of shit, right?
Yeah,
we say
they're
something
thinking about the anal pleasures, the rusty trombones, the dirty Sanchez,
and then they project that bullshit onto you.
Yeah,
it's not even what I meant. Like I said the other day. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
We want to raw dog it anyway.
I'm out of town. I didn't bring many books. I'm going to a horror con, so I brought Hellraiser because I'm gonna have it signed tomorrow by Paul.
How many horrors are going to be there?
Quite a few. So I'm gonna have it signed by Paul T. Taylor, who played Pinhead in Hellraiser Judgment.
Nice.
Which I'm excited about. He was also in Sin City and in The Purge, the TV series. But non-comic book related, I was stumbling in Target, twiddling my thumbs, and I found this beauty.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So I was pretty excited to find that. He's cool. He's kind of cool. Being in Texas, you like cowboys.
When was that released? Is that a new release or the original release?
Not the original. This is a new release.
Yeah, the Gen 1 Spawn figures are expensive.
Yeah.
They're expensive, man. Or I guess I should say the McFarlane figures of the Gen 1. Those are sought after. Like Samurai Spawn and shit like that.
Yeah. I flipped shit. I thought it was a pre-order only. And I only went in there to pick up NECAs because I've gotten into the horror NECAs like really hardcore. And then I came across the fucking Gunslinger Spawn and got a little chub, and I was like, "Yeah, all right, you're coming home."
What is the horror NECAs?
The NECA horror figures.
Oh, NECAs. It's a brand name.
Yeah, NECA is the company that does them. Like I think, like McFarlane was doing didn't he do the Universal Monsters at one point? McFarlane had the rights to do like
the
Universal
movie Maniacs.
The movie Maniacs. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, McFarlane is as you were saying, the very first one to do horror action figures with the movie Maniacs. They had a Ghostface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Michael Myers, and Norman Bates from Psycho, and then they also released bloody variants. So some of those are kind of pricey as well.
It'd be scary if they made a Legally Blonde one. Now that's scary.
the craziest figure I ever seen. Now I didn't see it in real life. It was on TV. It was one of the episodes of Comic Book Men where it was those McFarlane, like they were just grotesque. It was the most grotesque figures that he ever made or whatever. It was like fetuses hanging out, and it was
they look like fucking
they're like demons though
from Hellraiser. They look like the ones from Hellraiser.
Right. I forget what they're called, but
damn,
those were kind of insane.
Fetuses hanging out.
It was gross. I couldn't. Well, they even made a comment trying to.
The worst part is it was a guy fucking figure. So
yeah,
how does that happen?
Well, I know my man TiVo got to hit the movies. We're running at 1 hour and 18 minutes. We actually went a little bit longer, man. I got to say, man, I really appreciate y'all coming on, and I think y'all officially made us a comic book channel now. A lot of folks were surprised with comic talk. So, hey, man, again.
You're going to watch Shang-Chi again or what?
Oh, man, that.
We're going to, actually, no. Want to watch Cop Shot? Where the fuck the one with Gerard Butler? I think he came out to,
I didn't hear about this movie.
Yeah,
straight to VHS.
Yeah, I wanted to see Protege too. I heard that was good.
Yeah.
Kate was good. If you've seen that on Netflix, that was a good little action. Film.
God, I've been told to watch that a couple times.
Tortured Souls. That's right. JLS got it.
Tortured Souls. If you guys want a good movie to watch on Netflix, it's called Orígenes Unknown or Unknown Origins. It's a Spanish flick, but it's basically Seven meets Batman. It's unknown. It's unknown origins. Orígenes unknown. Whatever. English translation is unknown origins. I absolutely love this film, man. One of my favorite films that I've seen during shutdown. I was like, this is nothing, but it has all the geek tropes you could want: a comic book guy, anime chick, and a Batman type guy. It's Seven meets
What's
Batman.
it called?
Year One. It's called Unknown Origins or Origins Unknown. You can watch it. It's literally a Spanish film, like made in Spain. Like they speak Castilian Spanish, right? So they speak really fast. So for you California Mexican speakers would be like, God damn, that's fast. But but you could turn on subtitles as well. So what I did is I watched it twice. I watched it in English subtitles and I actually enjoyed it better in Spanish because if you watch it the first time, then you get the subtitles, but it's absolutely great. Just think of Batman Year One meets Seven with Brad Pitt. That's what it is.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And one more thing before I go, I forgot to bring this up. We may be doing an award show, but I'm going to put the caveat that it's going to be channels on YouTube with less than 5,000 subscribers, right? So, and it'll be channels with more than 4,000 subscribers that will do it. And we're not going to be nominating anybody. It's going to be comments that left in the video, and we'll count them up and tally it. I think that's the best. That's the best way, right? If we're going to do this. So I was talking to Pressable Defects. Maybe we talk to some other folks, Very Gary, some bigger channels. It should only be for the people. Because if you want to award somebody that needs recognition so they can build up their subscribers, right? There's like some of those channels are already big and nobody they don't care about awards. Don't nominate us either. Don't nominate the Lords for anything. By the way, handwritten, I don't care. But if I figure we have enough reach, not saying that we're big and all, but I think we have enough reach and we know and have enough friends in the community to where we can do an award show and we could do it right. We can do it to where it's not a panel that selects the nominees. We'll just leave it wide open. It's, hey man, leave a comment with the hashtag and the name of that channel, and that's the winner. So maybe working on the next couple of weeks, when I have time. But I think that's there has to be some type of thing for this. I mean, I can't believe that one dude actually did a video and asked people to vote for him, which was pretty fucking lame.
That's pretty tight though, man. Can you rig it for us? We need the exposure.
Hey, if somebody's got computer skills, you could create a bot and just create fake YouTube accounts. Not telling you how to do anything, but this way I figure this way it gets smaller channels than the bigger channels, more eyes on them, and gets them the credit they deserve and helps them build up like everybody else does. Part of the community. You know what I mean? When people are part of the community, more people vote for them, and we'll still have to decide on the categories, like they had that award show had best unboxing video, and King of the Golden State was on there, and that motherfucker showing Amazing Fantasy 15 and some other all the crazy. I'm serious on his haul videos before, so it's just odd the way it is, and maybe we'll just go the opposite direction, like worst lighting on a show.
Yeah, like the Razzies.
The Razzies, right?
Ooh, I like that, dude.
Shows that butcher the English language the most.
JT would get one of those for sure. Because of his laptop. He's using somebody else's laptop right now. But
we want to do a Mystery Theater 3000 before on YouTube channels, but the thing about it, people would have got butthurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though we're doing it out of fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when we do it now, we nominate people for Razzies, like worst graded comic ever, or something like that. And they would get butthurt. You know what I'm saying? But it's all out of fun. You know what I mean? I mean, if we didn't make fun of you, it means we don't like you. Because put it this way, when we don't like you, we ignore you altogether. Exactly. If your name wasn't dropped on this video today by me, I don't give a fuck about you. So I pretty much said Pressable Defects, Spine Ticks, The Man in the Basement, Comic Core, the NY Warriors, Leave it at that.
And he rests his case. I mean, if someone's gonna, yeah, man, it's been.
Well, that's just the group. That's just the group channels, you know. The individual channels know, you know, who I, you know, because I comment on their videos and this, that, and the other. But better get out of here before I get myself into trouble and really start talking about some shit.
Well,
we'll save that for part 2, Tivo.
Yeah, part 2. Hell yeah.
Hey, man.
Oh yeah, wait till I'm sober this time. So next time, hey, watch out.
Yeah, and as always, y'all can check out the Lords of the Long Box. I'm sure everyone's already subscribed to them. If you're not, fucking make it happen. Stop sleeping under a rock. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. My man Nemesis Prime and Milton the Manimal got the Comic-Con podcast. I've been featured on it. They have guests on there from time to time. They drop some dope shit. I love listening to them while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Deadeye has a beautiful beard. If you want to comb it out, he may let you comb it out.
I do. I put oils in it and berry juice and shit.
I don't. So hey, you know what, Tivo? Can I say something real quick? I was talking to J2 the other day about your guys' intro on the last show. That shit was fucking fire, bro.
Which one was it?
With the scratching and shit, the DJ scratching and stuff.
Dude, it was like a barrage of DJs.
Yeah, it was the
like Scratch Bastard, DJ Scratch. Yeah. You know, I like playing that one the most because guess what?
That's fun.
I don't get a copyright ding on it.
But my favorite is the mushroom one.
Is it free? Like free to use?
No, it's just a track that nobody knows about. You know what I mean? It's a track by a group called The Allergies, and they all cut it up so much that YouTube algorithm can't tell. Every other one, I get a copyright ding. It's just a copyright saying if you make any money, but come on, you don't make any money off YouTube videos. But I use that one, and I noticed that hey, I don't get any copyright dings on it. So you know.
Nice.
Don't be stealing my shit, everybody.
Yeah, right. And also, I'm not much of a spec person, but you guys do it like pretty interestingly, where you don't even have to be a spec guy. Hey, Ross, calm your wife down, bro.
She's trying to get the
man down there.
We got Lords of the Long Box.
She's trying to get the cat in the picture. We got Lords of the Long Box on here right now.
So I'm not much of a spec guy or anything like that, but you guys do it to where it's so interesting. For example, the last show you guys ran was that Marilyn Monroe cover was on the spec or the
Shakers list.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
cool.
that was
that list.
I love that kind of shit, dude. It's so interesting, you know.
That's not really
perhaps
spec.
Matt
It's
DeVoe
more
from Cover
of books
Price,
that
man.
Sold for that's a book that sold for an high price for that book for that week. So we're not really specking. It has nothing to do with spec. Those are books that sold at a high price.
So the Cover Price top 10 is like weekly, like most units sold. Shakers are like a big one single sale of the week that we look at. It's like, you know, anybody be like, oh look, you know, Hulk 181 sold again. But you know, when you can find oddballs like the
cool
NES book
ones,
or you know, or any weird ones, and that's what our man. Matt DeVoe, Cover Price, he goes and he does a research, and you know, and then you know sometimes when we go over to Cover Price stuff too, the Shakers, the movers are most units sold. Shakers are the highest price for just
daily.
one single book
daily.
that's sold, but it's daily.
Shakers is daily, right? That's right.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's
so
awesome.
it's the highest sale for that book for that day. There's like what 50 of them.
Yeah, 50 of them if you have the $6.99 membership, which is the price of McRib.
Hey, there it is.
Uncanny Swag knows that answer.
I dropped McRib in the show. There you go. Everybody drink.
I tell you what, man. I say it's time to wrap it on up. And on behalf of the crew we have here, my boy Comics on the Edge, Panel Surfing, you guys have been watching Lords of the Low Grades. Go get your cream pie on tonight. And until next week, man, we're going to fuck with y'all later. I'm about to get high. Peace.
Low grades for life, everyone. See you.
Peace.